Yes, Senator Bates, I have two bills that I was asked to present today. The other ones are either moved to suspense or 28.8. All right. The first one is Senate Bill 887, natural gas storage wells. It relates to natural gas storage wells throughout California after what happened down in Aliso Canyon. We've learned that preventative measures are not only cost effective, they're the right thing to do. We still have 3,000 families that haven't returned to their home, and this was a leak from October 23rd. I want to point out fiscally, Dogger is supported entirely by special funds. In this instance, it's a per well fee on gas storage wells, and depending upon the outcome of the budget trailer bills, the ARB and OEA may be too. My staff and I look forward to working with suspense related to cost issues. The administration is requesting 20 PYs to implement natural gas regulatory activities for the state. This is certainly complementary to that and cost us a little bit more than what they intended to spend as a budget change proposal. Requestfully ask for your consideration on this measure.
Thank you, Senator Pavley. Witnesses in support?
Sylvia Solis Shaw on behalf of the City of Los Angeles in support.
Jonah Korchin on behalf of Environment California in strong support.
Eddie Moreno on behalf of Sierra Club California in strong support.
Alfredo Redondo on behalf of Environmental Defense Fund in support.
Witnesses in opposition? There are none. Department of Finance?
No file.
No file. This is a candidate for suspense, so would you like to close? And
Appreciate your consideration when it gets off suspense. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Objection.
Without objection, that moves to suspense.
File item 999. This particular bill will help reduce the rate of unintended pregnancy in our state by requiring health insurers and health plans to cover up to 12-month supply of self-administered hormonal contraceptives at one time. This does not expand insurance coverage in any way. It simply changes the timing of contraception dispensing to help ensure continued access to birth control. Doctors and pharmacists, by law, will still have the right to order a 1 month or 3 month or up to 1 year prescription. It's up to their judgment. Health insurance companies and plans must limit their coverage of contraception to very little number, causing unintended pregnancies, which can be very costly, as well as abortions. This bill should result in a tremendous cost savings. Your analysis cite that as such, especially the summary noting that the California Health Benefits Program, they show a cost savings because of the fewer unintended pregnancies and fewer abortions. Respectfully ask for your aye vote, and I have a few witnesses.
Witnesses in support?
Good afternoon now, Madam Vice Chair and members of the committee. I'm Amy Moy with California Family Health Council, and our organization is proud to co-sponsor this bill with Planned Parenthood and NARAL Pro-Choice California. We believe that women in our state deserve equal access to quality contraceptive care, and as the Senator noted, providing consistent access to birth control will help reduce unintended pregnancies and also save considerable state dollars as a result, and for these reasons, we respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Good afternoon, Christina Romero, representing Planned Parenthood Affiliates of California, representing over 151 clinics statewide. SB 999 is a cost-saving measure that provides 12 months of birth control to a woman at one time, and that's why Planned Parenthood supports it. We just ask for your aye vote.
Witnesses, additional witnesses in support?
Jody Hicks with the California Academy of Family Physicians in support.
Juan Thomas representing the California Medical Association in support.
Witnesses in opposition?
Wrong line. Rosanna Carvacho on behalf of the Alameda County Board of Supervisors, also in support.
Watkins on behalf of the Association of California Life and Health Insurance Companies, unfortunately here today in opposition. While we appreciate the potential for cost savings with the reduction of unwanted pregnancies, we remain concerned about the potential for pharmaceutical waste and the cost associated to that. Some of our members, just to underscore this, are reporting 11 to 34% of their members either tried 2 or more different agents in a 12-month period, or up to 14% do not refill a script after the first time. So we're concerned about the potential costs for that. What does it mean to return the medication? How would you dispose of that? So for those reasons, we'd like to continue the conversation with the author's office, maybe look at the potential for requiring them to be stable on the medication before we fill a whole script. Thank you.
Additional witnesses in opposition?
Jennifer Alley with the California Association of Health Plans, and I echo the comments made by ACLIC. Thank you.
Any additional witnesses? There are none. Department of Finance.
I don't have a file on this measure.
Any questions or comments from?
I'll move the bill.
Thank you. This do pass to the floor. Call the roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. Senator Pavley, would you like to close?
Just in regards to the only objection seems to be the potential for waste, just note that a doctor and pharmacist has the mandate is for up to 1 year, but the doctor and pharmacist, with their discretion, can certainly reduce the length of the prescription to 1 to 3 months, up to 12 months. It's the mandated cost they opposed. We don't have any set of analytical data regarding the waste claims that they suggest. Ask for your aye vote.
You want to call the roll in?
Motion is due pass to the Senate floor. Laura? Bates? Bell? Bell, I. Hill? Hill, I. McGuire? McGuire, I. Mendoza? Mendoza, I. Nielsen? Nielsen, no.
How many? 4 to 1. We'll keep the roll open for that. 4 to 1.
Thank you.
Should we leave? It's 12 o'clock.
I'll ask Jamie.
Ask Jamie.
If they're calling.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people.
Okay. Are we going? Not yet. I'm gonna go check.
We're waiting, we're checking on the status of the floor. Senator Allen.
She said she'd let us know when they're ready to take us.
Okay.
So we can go ahead with it.
Okay, Senate Bill 888.
I'm sorry, he's got,
Yeah.
he's only hearing one bill.
Oh, 1114. Senator Allen, Senate Bill 1114.
Senator, my plan was to waive all of the bills except for SB 1114.
Go ahead.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair and members of the committee. This bill will end the most harmful fishing practice on the West Coast by transitioning California's swordfish industry away from damaging large-scale drift gill nets to the more sustainable deep-set buoy gear. The bill authorizes the Department of Fish and Wildlife to develop a permit system for deep-set buoy gear after the gear is authorized by the Pacific Fisheries Management Council, and directs the department to offer the new permit to those already in the swordfish industry. The council is currently considering how to allow for the new gear. To ensure the fishery is not adversely affected during the transition, the bill allows anyone who has been actively fishing with a drift gill net to continue to use that gear, but those not using their drift gill permit will instead be offered the new permit with the deep set buoy gear. So, we're grandfathering in the existing active fishermen, and by doing so, the bill will ensure that there's no negative financial impact to the industry while the fleet transitions to the more sustainable gear. The bill also gives the Department of Fish and Wildlife the ability to set the fees for both gear types at a level that is more in line with the department's costs. Currently, the permit fees are set in statute well below the department's costs to manage the fishery. And in reviewing the analysis, I see the costs to OPC are much higher than we had anticipated. And so we're happy to work with the committee to see how we can eliminate those costs should the bill move off of suspense. I have with me today Doug Carpa from the Turtle Island Restoration Network to support the bill and help answer any questions. Thank you.
Yeah, Doug Carpa for sponsor Turtle Island Restoration Network. I believe I would like to bring 2 points to your attention. The first is that this bill is actually supported by over 30 environmental organizations representing collectively more than 1 million California taxpayers, who I believe it is safe to say would appreciate not being asked to pick up the tab for this fishery. And one of the key things that this bill does is it transfers the costs of protecting public environmental resources and preventing the destruction of public property from the public to the industry that is causing the damage. And so the provisions that provide for Department of Fish and Wildlife to actually set permit fees at the cost of regulation is an important step towards that measure. The second piece of it that I would direct your attention to is, yes, there are costs associated with bringing a new sustainable 21st century fishery online. However, those are to a large extent going to be offset by phasing out another fishery of an antiquated gear that has also itself incurred substantial costs well beyond the regulatory scheme into the scientific costs, legal costs, and administrative costs that are incurred when dealing with endangered species and so forth going forward. And so on balance, this is probably a good deal for California.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in support?
Is a good.
Katie Van Dynes on behalf of Defenders of Wildlife in support.
Jonah Corchin on behalf of Environment California in strong support.
Eddie Moreno on behalf of Sierra Club California in strong support.
Cassie Birdie-Shaw with Turtle Island Restoration Network in strong support.
Witnesses in opposition?
Vice Chair Committee, my name is Gary Burke. I'm a longtime drift net fisherman. If this bill passes, it'll eliminate most of the 70 permit holders. It unnecessarily increases drift net fees to over 400%, makes it difficult for fishermen who have recently been inactive in the fishery. From 1990 to 2014, the drift net fishery averages more than 1 million pounds a year of swordfish, plus tuna, luvar, opal, and sharks, all high demand in the fish for eating fish. California fisheries are suffering. As Senator McGuire knows, salmon's low, there's been no squid, the crab's in trouble. They said, young people are afraid to enter the fisheries now because of bills like this. Fishermen don't have pensions. Their permits and their boats are their retirement. If they lose their permits, their boat's worth becomes severely devalued, and the investment in the gear, such as nets, buoys, and pingers, becomes worthless. Some of them put almost $100,000 in their gear. I earn over 50% of my income comes from this fishery. California needs the drift net fishery. Swordfish is federally managed, and the rules and regulations come through the Pacific Management Council. It all takes place in federal waters. On behalf of the drift net fishermen, I strongly hope you oppose this bill. Thank you.
Good afternoon,
Go ahead.
Madam Chair, other members of the committee. My name is Jonathan Gonzalez. I'm here from Santa Barbara, California. I'm here to represent the Ventura County Commercial Fishermen's Association. There's no need for the state to spend any more money on this fishery with this bill. This fishery is already managed by the federal government, and they're in the process right now of federalizing the net permits. This experimental fishing permits for this buoy gear were authorized again by the feds, and again, the feds are in the process of authorizing this fishery under the Federal Fisheries Management Plan. SB 114 is an example of how the sponsors did not get what they wanted at the federal management level, so now they're trying to accomplish their agenda by wasting all of our time. And this bill would also eliminate 138 full-time jobs while depriving seafood consumers of responsibly sourced fish. As noted in the latest bill analysis in regards to the OPC funding using leftover Proposition 84 funds, OPC notes that of the remaining funds, managing or improving the net fishery is not on the OPC's urgent or high priority topics list. For these reasons and many more, I respectfully ask for your no vote.
Additional witnesses in opposition?
Thank you. Madam Chair, Rob Ross on behalf of the California Fisheries and Seafood Institute. Very briefly, the Federal Pacific Fishery Management Council and the National Marine Fisheries Service are already managing this well-managed fishery. We don't need to spend $2+ million of state money to do this. The consumers enjoy this product. It's responsibly sourced. We ask for your no vote.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition. Finance.
No file.
Comments or questions from committee?
I have a quick question.
Senator McGuire.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I think just on two items of both fiscally related, and I do know that the author knows in regards about the Prop 84 funds, so I won't go into that. But I think that the one issue that I'll go offline with the author on is in regards to the fiscal impacts on the commercial fisherman side, and needing some additional discussion on that. But I know that he is more than willing in wanting to be able to have that conversation, I think also with the fleet as well. But that was just one item I wanted to bring forward.
Thank you. Additional comments or questions? Seeing none, Senator Allen, would you like to close?
Yeah, happy to work with the senator on that. And just to clarify from some of the comments made before, it's our intention to work with the committee to drop the OPC portion of the expenses. So, you know, if this moves off of suspense. And with that, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. With that objection, we move this item to the suspense file. Thank you. Members, we're going to be going into recess due to our floor session. So we will reconvene upon adjournment of session. Thank you. And reconvene our Appropriations Committee hearing. Senator Galgiani is here. She has a due pass item. It's SB 1270. Senator Galgiani, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. SB 1270 would allow the California Department of Food and Agriculture the flexibility to charge a fee for service to recover the reasonable costs associated with animal health services that do not provide a public good, but rather a private good. By doing so, this bill would improve CDFA's fiscal responsibility and use of general funds and department staff. For example, in some remote areas, there are no private veterinarians certified by CDFA to do specific regulated work, such as test cattle for tuberculosis or administer a vaccine for brucellosis. In these rare instances, the only veterinary service available in the area is a CDFA field veterinarian. Since these services are not related to an outbreak or emergency response and does not provide a general public health benefit, CDFA is justified to seek reimbursement from the private entity to cover their costs. Currently, there is no fee schedule established to determine cost recovery of these services, and SB 1270 would allow CDFA to establish this fee schedule until January 1st of 2022. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Witnesses in support? Witnesses in opposition? Finance?
No file.
No file. Comments or questions from committee? Seeing none, Senator Mendoza, this does enjoy a due pass recommendation.
Thank you.
Senator Mendoza moves the bill. Senator Galgiani, would you like to close?
I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. This is a due pass to the Senate floor. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? Bates, aye. Bell? Hill? McGuire? Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Nielsen?
Perfect. We will hold that roll open to allow absent members to add on. Thank you, Senator Galgiani. At this time, we're going to lift the calls on the special order of business, and we are going to commence with SB 880, Senator Hall. That is a due pass as amended to the Senate floor. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that measure is out. Moving on to SB 894 by Senator Jackson. This is a due pass recommendation to the Senate floor. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. Moving on to SB 1006, sent by Senator Wolk. That's a due pass recommendation. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. Moving on to SB 1235, Senator De Leon. That's a due pass as amended to the Senate floor. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. Moving on to SB 1407, Senator De Leon. This is a due pass recommendation to the Senate floor. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. Moving on to AB 156 by Assemblymember McCarthy. That is a due pass as amended. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that bill is out. Moving on to AB 857 by Assemblymember Cooper. That is a due pass recommendation. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. Moving on to AB 1176 by Assemblymember Cooper. That is a due pass recommendation. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
7-0, that item is out. Moving on to AB 1135 by Assemblymember Levine. This is a due pass recommendation. Secretary, call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. Moving on to AB 1511 by Assemblyman Santiago. Secretary, this is a due pass as amended. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Mendoza? Mendoza, aye.
5-2, that item is out. We are also going to take up under regular order SB 999 by Senator Pavley. Secretary, this is a due pass recommendation. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates?
You're not voting. 5-1, that item is out. I'm going to pass the gavel to our vice chair. We're going to present my item and Senator De Leon's SB 1453. Take De Leon's first? They're in order, right?
Get my coffee out of the way so I don't not spill it all over and create a huge mess. Laura, are you beginning with your bill, or are you going to start with?
We'll keep it in file order and begin with Senator De Leon's bill.
Daniel's going to do De Leon's.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members. SB 1453 updates California's greenhouse gas emissions performance standards to ensure that utilities don't spend California ratepayers' funds to extend the life out of state coal plants. Extend the life out of state coal plants. In 2006, the legislature passed SB 1368 Parada, which prohibited California utilities from investing in fossil fuel generation like coal unless the emissions were equivalent or below the most efficient natural gas power plants. In effect, SB 1368 prohibited California utilities from building or buying any new coal power and required that they divest their current coal-powered assets. But the law now contained a loophole. Out-of-state utilities like Pacific Core are working to join an expanded California regional grid. These utilities have significant coal generation, and California customers are charged for energy produced by those coal plants. It will greatly increase the amount of per capita and overall greenhouse gas emissions attributed to our state. SB 1453 closes that loophole. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Witnesses in support? Witnesses in opposition?
No file.
No file. There is a due pass to the Senate floor. Senator Lara, would you like to close?
I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Call the roll, please.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Nielsen.
That is on call.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I'll present now SB 1146. Madam Chair and members, SB 1146 would narrow the religious exemption under Higher Education Equity Act and require all universities in California to comply with the state's non-discrimination laws unless they are specifically training students in vocations of faith. The bill would also require universities who are granted a Title IX exemption to disclose that information to the California Student Aid Commission, students, and staff. Under current law, at least 34 universities are exempted and do not have to comply with the state's non-discrimination laws, leaving thousands of students open to discrimination based upon their sexual orientation or gender identity. This kind of freedom to discriminate can and does result in students losing tens of thousands of dollars that have been invested in their higher education. The Student Aid Commission and the Attorney General noted minor costs associated with the bill. I respectfully ask for aye vote.
Witnesses in support.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, Alice Kessler here on behalf of Equality California. We're very proud to support this bill. California's been a leader in civil rights protection, and we think this bill continues along those lines, and it both strengthens our state law and also ensures that people know if they're going to be subjected to discrimination on a university campus, and we think that's incredibly important. So we would ask for your aye vote.
Good afternoon, Erica Romero on behalf of the Association of Independent California Colleges and Universities. We represent the 78 WASC-accredited not-for-profit colleges, including the 34 institutions impacted by the bill. We have a support if amended position. Our institutions will absorb the costs of all of the transparency and disclosure requirements that are requested by the bill. We do have a policy concern regarding the exemptions. We do have a follow-up meeting with the Senator's office regarding some proposed amendments. We look forward to working with the author's office on the bill.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in support.
Sylvia Solis Shaw on behalf of City of Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti in strong support.
Witnesses in opposition.
Ray Burnell with the California Catholic Conference. We are in opposition for policy reasons as stated in our letter to the committee. Thank you.
And Dennis Seaton on behalf of Church State Council, and we oppose.
John Daggett, law firm of Hiroshima Daggett, representing affected religious institution, oppose.
Yes. Department of Finance.
No file.
We have a motion to pass to Senate floor. Would you like to close, Senator Lara?
Yes, Madam Chair, I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Would you call the roll?
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Nielsen? Nielsen, no.
It's no. I'm sorry, Miss.
Bates, no.
5-2, that bill is out. Members, we have one other item that is still open. That is. Wait, I'm sorry. No. Wasn't it? Okay, perfect. We are going to lift the call on Senator Galgiani's item, this SB 1270, members. That is a due pass recommendation. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
7-0, that bill is out. We're also going to lift the calls on SB 1453, Senator De Leon. Secretary, and that is a due pass recommendation. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Bates? Nielsen? Nielsen, no.
5-1, this item is out. Senator Wesso, please come forward. You have